Hey, 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 or at this time of year, should I say ho, ho, ho? You decide. You decide. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Earth's #1 psychic network, or maybe you're already watching. Maybe my extended welcome is a moot point. Maybe you've already been here, huh? Well, anyway, welcome to the Spirit Phoenix Rising show on the A1R Psychic Radio Network. Maybe you're watching us on Moonstruck TV. Maybe you're watching us on YouTube. Maybe you're psychically watching us because you too have the gift. You know, it's the time of year for gift giving. And, you know, but not everybody at this time of year is having the same experience, the same holiday, especially, and I don't have to tell you, in this year of 2020, where we were promised clarity and it seems like all we have is mud to gaze through, it doesn't necessarily feel like the holiday that we all plan and the holiday of our dreams, right? Life ain't the Hallmark Channel, is it? Right? I mean, my UPS guy doesn't look like Mario Lopez, and if he did, my husband would probably get very upset and not let me collect packages at the door, you know? But not everyone, as I said, is having the same season, you guys. Not everybody is able to afford gifts, Not everyone is able to do what they normally do. I feel like with all the travel bans, etc., is Santa going to get around? I'm not sure. And I feel like the elf on the shelf is ratting me out and telling everyone I'm naughty anyway, But what can we do to help those around us who might not be feeling the spirit of the season? What gifts could we give? We could give of our time. We could give of our effort. We may have had friends or family around us who have lost their friends, their family members that may have passed away. There are people around who may not be feeling like, they want to be here. And if that's the case, they need support. They need help. They need our friendship. They need our hearts. They need our ears, And this is a diverse group of people out here who listen to us, that share with us on a weekly basis. And sometimes, we just get low energy. But the thing is, you guys, everything around us is energy. Absolutely everything. Today, speaking of energy, I know I told you last week that the power was out across the street because we have a lot of high winds here in Southern California. And, now they've taken to turning the power off when there's a risk. And as a matter of fact, today, it was more of a power theme for me. I had electricians over, and the electrician was replacing my horrible kitchen lights. Anyway, we were talking a bit about grounding and grounding with electricity. When we ground, we have an excess amount of current that can safely go back into the ground, right? So I was thinking today about how we need to plug ourselves into the ground. The earth has this electrostatic field around it and in it. And there are studies coming out now that show that when we are feeling low energy, there are some simple things we can do to stay grounded. What does that mean, right? It can be as simple as connecting with the ground outside. If you're having winter weather with snow, I even say snow angels count. Put on a nice parka, lay down, make a little bit of a snow angel, and get yourself connected to the ground. Get yourself connected to the earth, right? You could take a walk in the woods. You could even think about things that grow out of the ground naturally at this time of year. Think about the holly bush, right? Maybe just hanging some mistletoe in your house. Maybe getting some cedar, some sandalwood, get some good smells going. These are the kinds of things that we can do this year to help ourselves feel grounded. And we can use these techniques to help others as well. I think I got a message here from my producer that we may have a caller tonight. Do we have a caller? Is that the case? Ah, Oh my gosh. My bangs are going the wrong way, you guys. Oh my gosh. We have Judy tonight from British Columbia. So let's bring her on. I'm having a hair emergency. Oh my goodness. Let's bring Judy on, shall we? Are you
Hello?
with us, Judy? Hey there. How are you? Happy
Yes, yes,
holidays.
it is. Hi.
Hi. Well,
I am well. Thank you.
I'm glad you're well. I had a little bit of an echo there. I apologize. I didn't mean to speak over you, but I was just sharing with everybody about, the holidays can be challenging for some of us, right? For some people that we know, et cetera, and what kind of gifts we can do for others or provide for others. I mean, do you feel that you've got your holidays in order? Are you feeling ready, or are you feeling a little bit behind? Where are you at with all of this, Judy? Where are you at?
Oh, heavens. I am in the middle of a very large crisis, which is really part of the reason that I'm glad you took my call.
Oh, wow. Let's hear
I
about it. What's
am,
going on
I
with
am,
you?
yeah, I know it's crazy, eh? But I am transitioning from one part of my life into another, and I'm doing it in the next few days. And so,
Wow.
a little guidance in that way would be fabulous.
Oh,
So,
wow. Big
so thank
shifts.
you. Oh, huge.
All right.
Monumental, life changing.
Yeah. I'm getting that sense from you. This is some big stuff. Let's tune in a bit here. Well, interestingly enough, I like to use my cards to help tap in and tune in with people. And the first thing that came up for
That's
you
fabulous.
tonight is a card called the Fool. Now, Gee, when I say the fool, I don't want anyone to think that you think
No.
you're foolish. You're not foolish. But the fool is also known in some of the mystical and magical systems as the dreamer. And can I tell you something, Judy? The fool is ready to step off into a new direction, even though that they don't necessarily feel that maybe they have the right mindset or experience, or they might not necessarily feel that they have each and every detail planned out or each and every duck in a row. But the thing is, this person, this character, this person moves forward with their plans, even if they're feeling apprehensive, even if they're feeling like, is this going to work? Is this not going to work? Spirit's showing me right now through this image, through this symbol, that you are on the right path. You are stepping in the right direction. And you can trust yourself. You can trust spirit. You can trust the universe, knowing that they have got your back.
Well, that
This
is
is a good thing.
fantastic news because I have left a very dramatic situation in the last 48 hours, and I'm looking to transmute that. Well, no, I'm not looking to transmute it. Transition that into something very good. And so the fool tells me that I'm taking the right steps from what you say. So thank you.
Oh gosh, you are totally taking the right steps. It's just like, this is the card that I love to see when someone is starting in a new phase, a new direction. It's this whole idea of potential. It's this whole idea of leaving everything you knew behind you and just looking in the other direction. I'm glad that you're moving towards security. I'm glad that you're moving towards safety. I'm glad that you're moving towards a new direction that is literally unfolding for you. And it's so funny because people who look at this card for the first time, Judy, think that the fool might be in danger because they're stepping off this precipice into the so-called unknown. But the thing is, unless you jump off that ledge, you'll never fly, right? Unless that bird gets pushed out of that
For
nest,
sure.
they don't
For
soar.
sure.
And
I
this is
mean,
what's happening for you.
oh, for sure. I have my feet firmly planted in midair, and I feel that certain safety and change in direction. And I have to tell you, it's taken me 10 years to get there. You can be in situations where it's like, yes, no, positive, negative, all the machinations that you can go through mentally to get there. And I've done it. However, my feet are firmly planted in midair. It's about, okay, the next 48 hours, what to do next?
Wow. Well, you know what? I am applauding your bravery, right? I'm applauding the fact that you know when things aren't working for you. It's time to change. It's time to get out of there.
No, don't get me wrong. I knew a long time ago. I just thought you moved on. Yeah. Thank you.
No, and you know, I'm simply here holding up the mirror for you, right? It's just like I know inside that there's a lot of you that gets and understands and does feel comfortable. Sometimes we just need a little reassurance. We need a little reflection. We need a little guidance from spirit. And that's right here for you. And I got to tell you, when I pulled that card, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to speak over you. I get so echoey. But this card also came out with another card.
Clearly, I just, don't worry.
Oh, well, this card came out with another card. I hope you can hear this. There was one stuck to it called the Four of Wands. And that is a card of celebration, but celebrations that take place in the not too distant future, right? So tomorrow won't be the day to, like, you know, kick off your heels and let down your hair and go, woo. Give yourself a few days, give yourself a few weeks and settle into this new direction and know that you can, you know, raise a glass. You can, you know, have a bit of that woo-woo time later on and just celebrate and know that you've done okay. So I've got double confirmation here that you're doing just fine.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. That really, really helps. Because when you've got your feet firmly planted in midair, it's nice to know that you're headed in the right direction. Right?
You're soaring, my friend. You know how to glide. You know how to fly. I believe in you. So does spirit. My goodness, my goodness. Well, know that you're going to have a happy holiday, okay?
Okay, thank you. Yes, that's great.
All right, excellent. Thanks for spending time with me. Thanks for the gift of your time tonight. I appreciate it.
Thank you for the gift of your time, Renee. I'm very, very grateful. You too. Cheers.
I'm so grateful to talk to you. Cheers. Good night. Good night. Wow, 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 you guys. You know, a lot of us get in situations and we feel stuck. A lot of us get in situations and we feel like we're moving backwards. Here's somebody that we just spoke with who isn't afraid to move forward in spite of having reservations. I love that. I love that. I believe we have another caller in queue. Was it Lori we had? Yes, we have Lori waiting to come in and chat with me. I would love to chat with her. What's going on, Lori? You with me? She'll be with us in just a sec. Hey, all right, no problem. I will just sit here and shuffle my cards and get in tune and get in touch a little bit deeper with spirit as we get her back on the line. I'll take a breath, guys. We can all take a deep breath, right? One of those deep, cleansing breaths. Oh my gosh. Is she with us? Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if we'd have to switch gears and go to the next person.
Am I there?
You. Hey, Lori. Hey, Lori, are you with
how
us?
Are you? Can you hear me?
I'm doing great. Yes, I can hear you perfectly. You're coming in loud and clear. What's going on in your world? What's happening?
I'm actually doing pretty good. Which is good. I hope you're well.
I am. Thanks.
I don't know if you have anything that you can connect for me. I did have a question I was going to plan on asking you, but I think I'm going to let it up to the universe and source and see what comes in for you for me.
Just like a bit of general energy for you, you thinking?
Yeah, because I was going to ask you a question about whether or not I should attempt reaching out to somebody and forgiving them and stuff, like just to help myself move forward, because I've been working on myself and maybe in a like way it would help them. But I did ask a couple of my friends that passed on it to come through to me sometime today. But I'm going to leave it up to you and source and the universe and see what you think is best for me to know and then guidance or whatever.
So what's really interesting is, as I said, I like to use my deck and oracle cards a lot of the time for people who call in for questions. And I had this image as you started speaking, and I saw the Six of Cups, which is a card that points to people from our past, right? And then I pull from my deck, And of course, we got, the Six of Cups images there. And the fact that I'm having this image downloaded onto my mind from spirit, and then out of 78 cards, I happen to pick one up, and it's that same image that's in my head. And your question, dealing with somebody from the past and having that reconnection, there are two figures on that card that are, talking to one another, reaching out. One's reaching towards the other one. The other one's not quite sure if they should receive. But that person's not turning their back. That person's not running away. It feels like they are ready to face you and face the situation and gain some closure about it. So, yeah, I'm feeling your gut is leading you to the right place like that. And as I said, out of 78 cards, we have that confirmation.
Because
So
I
you're
just
feeling.
I don't want to. Oh, sorry. I didn't want to turn somewhere where I'm going to end up getting hurt because it's a bad past, and like I always felt that I allowed them to hurt me, and like I let myself in that situation, and it's like it was going to bring up a whole bunch of stuff if I turn and try to talk to them. But I think it's best for myself and everybody else,
You sometimes have to do this for yourself, and you're doing it not only for yourself. On another level, you are doing it for them. You are giving them the gift, and you are creating closure. Are there ways that you can control the situation better for yourself? Is it a matter of the medium in which that you let this conversation unfold? Some people are great face to face. Other people do it electronically. I mean, what's your plan? Do you feel? I get the sense that you're going to be seeing this person.
Well, yes, I would rather call them and see if they'll face. I mean, I haven't seen them in like 2 or 3 years. It was 15 years I was in an abusive, emotionally relationship that I allowed myself in. I believe he was narcissistic, and I mean, he cut brakes on my truck and everything, like tried to kill me and stuff. But I just feel like I need to maybe set them free in a sense and say, "Listen, I forgive you for whatever," and but I rather sit face to face. I'm
Yes.
past it. I'm happy and stuff now where I'm going, and I'm working on myself. And I don't have no inclination of even being friends with this person or nothing. But I just, for some reason, I just feel like now the universe is telling me, hey, listen, face to face, just forgive him face to face. Let him know that, even no matter how he feels about it, I just no longer, I don't want you in my life, but I need closure, and I think you might be able to heal from this, and whatever's in the past is done.
Narcissist relationships are not easy, right? These people are like emotional vampires, and they come into our lives and they prey upon us and use us as like a vampire would feed, right? We are a source for them, and they just want to strip us and oftentimes gaslight us into thinking we're to blame or we're the problem. And the fact of the matter is, no, they're the ones with the issue. They're the ones with the issue, but they leave a lot of collateral damage. The beautiful thing about what you're doing is you are resolving this and moving on. Now, the only thing is you can't expect them to operate on the same emotionally mature level that you're on, sadly enough. But I really feel that, Spirit has confirmed that it is the right thing to do by, as I said, showing me this image in my mind. And then I, seemingly magically pick up, as I said, out of all these cards, the exact same image. Yeah, it feels, and as I ask myself too, I listen to the voices inside, my head voice, my heart voice, and my gut voice, and they are all aligned in agreement with this. I think it is the right thing to do. Just don't have expectations and attachments to an unrealistic outcome with their behavior. This is for you. This is for you.
Yes, that's how I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to set me back to where I was before and draw them towards me to where they want to cause me more or try to cause me more pain and stuff, or just aggravate my life. Because I'm in a good place now. I'm working on the future and helping. I have big plans for helping create heaven on earth here, and I just don't want to get set back in a negative environment again. You know what I mean?
I understand that. Yeah, I like what you're saying too about creating heaven here on earth, because this other person wanted to create a bit of hell for you, and you're in a stronger place now. You're in a wiser place now. You know,
Okay.
I think you're going to be
Thank
okay.
you, Renee. Is there anything else that anybody, that the spirit or the universe needs me to know, or anything to guide me anywhere?
I feel compelled to reach into another deck. This is what I call my spirit message deck. And you know what just came up for you, I should
What?
say? The message that's attached to this particular card, I interpret as the earth is a school, right? It's interesting that you just said a phrase, a sentence that was, creating heaven here on earth. You're here to do you're all here to do our learning, lower learning, higher learning. But the fact that this message is coming through this other deck, I feel is further confirmation for you that you are making the right choice. You are doing this for your soul contract. It's like we all agreed to be here for whatever reason to try to get things right. And just like in high school or elementary school, not everybody gets to graduate. Sometimes we come back and we repeat things over and over again until we get the lesson right. Right. But I have a feeling that you're moving up and out a bit with this. Does that make sense to you, what I'm saying?
Yes, it does. I greatly appreciate it. Happy holidays. I want to send love, light, and high vibrations to everybody, and I love you, and thank you.
Well, I am sending love and light your way too. As you can see, I love light. I love my cards. And you know what? Keep that high vibration going, because a lot of people out there, as I discussed at the beginning of the show, aren't feeling as positive as we are, aren't feeling the glow that we are. So whatever you can do to exude that even further, I mean, I'm so grateful. But yeah, keep spreading the love, keep spreading the high vibrations, my friend. You're a light worker. I can feel it.
Thank you. You have a wonderful holiday. Bye.
I will. You take care. Wow, guys. These two calls tonight, I feel, were gifts to me. I feel like I might have gotten a holiday present early. To be able to share time with you, to be able to share time with callers who need reflection, who need insight, who need a little bit of reassurance and clarity. It is an honor to be able to serve this way, to be able to share gifts this way. There are many people that watch us and call in that have gifts themselves, that have a sense of clairvoyance or clairaudience. Some people are claircognizant. They have an inner sense of knowing. They have an inner sense of intuition. And sometimes it just takes a little bit of encouragement and a little bit of a safe space to reach inside and understand that these feelings that they have are valid. That when you get a sense and for some reason you don't know why, that you should call so and so. And then you reach out to them and maybe they're feeling low or they're not feeling well. Or sometimes you might have just a feeling for whatever reason not to take a certain way into work when you're driving, and you take a different route, right? And then you find out on the radio that there was a traffic jam on the route that you were supposed to take, or there might have been an accident that you avoided. You may have missed a flight and there could have been trouble with an airplane, right? There are so many stories like this, right? It could even be as simple as thinking about somebody in the moment and your phone rings and you look down and it's them. I just want to remind you guys that we all have wonderful gifts. We all have abilities. And to take a little bit of time and reflection inside ourselves to think about this information that we receive. Where does it come from? It comes from source. It comes from the divine. It comes from celestial realms, right? We're all connected. We're all connected. So this season, if you're feeling a little bit grumpy, if you're feeling a little bit grinchy, take a moment, slow down, and remember You are divine. You are a creature of light. You are a creation from the God Most High, right? I'm feeling kind of mellow now. Wow. You guys, I tell you, connecting with you all tonight has brought me the gift of peace. And that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. I'm seeing a gorgeous white dove right now in my mind's eye. Anyway, we'll be back to do it again next week. Again, I'm Renee Lynn. This is the Spirit Phoenix Rising Show. My Spirit Phoenix is arising, like I said, just like that dove of peace. Well, if you want to connect with me, you can reach out to my website, reneelitspirit.com. You can always find me on the A1R Radio Network psychic pages. You can reach out to me there if you have any questions, or you can let it simmer till next week and we'll talk then. All right, you guys, have a great week. Have a great holiday. Have a great night. Have a great morning. All right, I'll talk to you next week. Take care.